Hi, today I'm going to be unboxing the limited edition deer doll from Pennysbox. Some people call her the bride deer because she looks like a bride. She's got a very bright floral look to her. Here's the side of the box that shows the contents of her outfits and her spare hands. The back with some more information. The other side with some QRs to I think they should take you to like Pennysbox sites. And in the front, here at the top, we've got in English, Global Summer Limited Edition Ball Jointed Doll. I'm gonna try to open without like tearing away the tabs. So she comes with a pamphlet on shows some information on how she's strung, although the deers and centaurs are strung differently than just the bipedal ones. Oh, and the difference with the motion joint. And shows you some of the other series. This is my first deer doll from them. I didn't get any, they had a whole line, but I didn't get any from the line. So I was pretty excited to get this one, and I like, especially since she was limited edition, was a little worried she'd be pretty hard to get. Before I pull her out, here's her little outfit bag, her handbag, and she does have like this cute charm, which is pretty cute and actually something you can do something with that, where the ID cards you just have on display, though I am a little disappointed she doesn't have an ID card because I do like when there's the ID cards. And pulling her up, I'm glad her packaging held her horns and stuff together, because I know there have been problems with some of the more latest doll lines with like the dragons, for example, had the horns that were breaking, but she's perfectly intact. And try to get her close up here. Hopefully it's focusing well. She's got some shimmery coloring to her. It's like sparkly here, throughout. And she's got a gradient for her hair. It's like a pale white sort of pink. It's like AB sort of, where it's white, but then there's like a pink shine to it. The light's kind of catching it. Pink unicorn horn, and then these blue goes from opaque to a little bit translucent at the tip, sort of like a blue grayish horn. And it's like her hair is tied into a bow and braid, and she's got like a little pin through it. Her head's a little floppy, but it doesn't actually seem too bad. It seems like with a little bit of stability it's able to hold, but she's wanting to tilt back a little. She has inset eyes, and it seems like she will. One of the nice things about the four-legged little animals is they do tend to stand on their own pretty good because they have all that extra support from their extra legs. I'm really glad that she has a separated joint for her torso. The series that came out before the deer series was the mermaids, and then I guess the dragons, and I kind of wanted one of the mermaids. That's another line I didn't get. One of the things that kind of turned me off was that their torsos didn't articulate here. I thought that was just kind of disappointing. I like that the legs, compared to like the season 1 or 2 centaurs, there is fur details. So she is all just skin toned, but I have seen a lot of people who do some customizing and they then dye these leg parts to be more of like a fur color so that they actually look a bit more like a centaur, and I like how those look. And I do like that these actually have this fur detailing, so it will look a lot, especially with some color, look a lot more like an actual centaur than just one big continuous stream of flesh. I took her headpiece apart to get a better look at her face. Close up you can kind of see, I guess I could take the eye chips out. So she's got eye chips in. I don't know how hard. Okay, yeah, seems like you just can just push on them with my finger pad from the front to push it out. And again, I haven't gotten any of the dolls from the dragon's head inset eyes, and then the regular deer line also has these little inset with the chips. And I would assume with everything else with Pennysbox, it would be compatible with each other. They tend to, everything is compatible, so you can just switch things out. So I would assume the eyes would also do that. And so they just have, it's kind of, it's not too bad, but the print quality is like a little bit pixelated on the irises, where compared to like the face paints, it's pretty smooth and has always been like, looked pretty well when they've done painted on eyes with their other lines. So the pixelation on the irises is a bit of a surprising disappointment. And I guess another thing that's different that I wasn't expecting is how pale the hair is. With this picture, it looks pretty dark, but here it's like quite white on the top. I don't mind it. I think I maybe like this paler hair color look. And I'm actually gonna leave her head off till I get her dressed, because here I can see they do like tying the top on. It's got these really long ribbons that can loop around and tie multiple times even around her neck. The quality for the clothes is really great. These are just such tiny dolls and there's so much detail. Here we have this really nice even stitching for this frill layer here at the bottom. I think it's cute how they've got the two different color lacing ribbon that goes up. So it's her blue and the pink, these little flowers. And then it is a bead for the centerpiece, sewn on, stitched. Just having a hard time focusing here. But those little beads are stitched down. So yeah, they are stitched down, and then the sleeves, it's like a split sleeve, so you've got these hanging pieces, and it's pretty nice. It seems like it's like it's a synthetic material, so I don't think it's gonna unravel. It doesn't need to have a hem along here, but yeah, all just the tiny, very straight stitching for these things. I did notice just now that the skirt she comes with is see-through. You would think it needs like an underlining for it, so that's a little surprising. And you can kind of notice here, it looks like it had an underlining, but that's just because her skin is this peachy color. That's kind of what you're seeing through there. But yeah, so we'll just go ahead and we'll be getting her dressed. It's pretty easy to start with the skirt. It's just a Velcro piece. Oh yeah, I did want to complain while this is still here. Another complaint is that like the peg that they use to put the tail in, I like that the tails are articulated, but I don't like that they use a fleshy color like connector. I wish they did a piece that was the same color as the tail they're using, because it just seems kind of weird. It would be the tail that's going all the way in, not a bulb of flesh and then that. But anyway, so there, the dress, the skirt it's kind of got like a bubbly shape with this under part, and I think part of that is because they're, you know, they have 4 legs. It's not just 2 legs the skirt is draping over. This helps kind of cover more, maybe? I'm not sure, but yeah, you get into these kind of weirder shapes for the skirts because it has to go over their backs as well. I also wish she kind of had a longer tail. It seems like such a small tail for this big creature. The think I'll then do her little overskirt piece. So this also then helps to layer and drape over the back legs. Is this, or this way? Okay, this way, yeah. And I guess we could just do a ribbon. You don't really see the ribbon in the front there, but I might tie it together in the front and then bring it around to the back and do a ribbon in the back. Try and pull it pretty low to the base there and give it a cute little ribbon. I guess I could have just skipped filming this part, but oh well. There we go. She's got a nice little ribbon back there. Straighten it out some. There. This is very cute, but with all the layers, it then does be like you have to make sure the posing has enough support for her. All right, and then the top, also just Velcro down the back. And hopefully we won't have to do too much with her hands to get them through this whole area. I might take, oh. It's not, okay, it's just a solid piece of plastic bracelet. I was expecting it to be stretchy, like a stringed bracelet, but hopefully, yeah, her hands are pretty spread for her fingers. Okay, I was able to just wiggle this one through, but this hand might have fingers spread a little too much to get through the armholes, but we'll see. Just wiggle it gently. Oh, so yeah, you don't want, like I have going right here where her finger caught a string. The majority of her hand is through there. Oh my gosh. The same. Yeah, so it's safer to just switch the hands out to like a fist hand or taking them off and threading them through separately than trying to risk not getting any strings pulled, because you don't want the strings to pull so that they don't damage the shirt or any fabric. Okay, I guess I didn't really look at her shirt when I was taking it off to put it on, but it looks like they did the Velcro backwards on this shirt. So that is a little disappointing because this doll is more expensive than just their standard line, and yeah, that's just not even, I wonder if the Velcro will stick it all to the other side. I guess they just had it like tucked in. Whatever, okay. Yeah, this is one of the reasons I'm not liking Pennysbox as much as I used to as a brand, is that they do have more and more defects than they used to, it seems like to me at least. Oh, for the one in the picture, they did like a crossover in the front. I think I'm gonna do the same with these next strings. And then I've seen a lot of people where they do a few loops around. So I'm gonna try to pull it a little tight. I'll just do one loop around, and then we'll get this into a bow too. Since this isn't like thick ribbon, I'm not gonna do try to do like a fluffy bow or anything. It can just be more normal bow. There we go. And then lastly for her costume, she has this little headband with the veil on it. And we'll get that on by her neck card seems to be deformed. I'm just not gonna worry about that today either. I think I might actually start putting this on by putting the elastic on this back of the headpiece, the hairpiece, and then putting that on with the faceplate. I'll pull the elastic down more, try and help hold it in place, and oh, her little head, it's got so much weight on it now. But here is pulling the veil over her little hairpin. I wonder if oh yeah, the hairpin does come out. It just pops right out. So that might even help the veil lay more, because the picture on the box, that kind of looks like it's not got the hairpins in it. Oop. And there we go, pulled it down a little more. Pushing her head forward. And here she is, nice and dressed. Can get her into like a little bit more of a pose, maybe similar even to the box. Get her legs a little more stabilized. And that's not the most stable pose. Yeah, her head is a bit floppy. I can always tighten the strings, but I don't really have experience doing that, so I don't like to do that if I don't have to. Here you can kind of see her train in the back and how all these layered pieces look together. And her veil just hangs kind of over that. It is a lot of fabric, a lot of flowy pieces going on. And here she's from the front again. And here I've brought out my field centaur to show a little bit of the height comparison between the two. So the deer ones are a good bit taller, but they're still technically that like 1/12 scale. And the heads are still compact. The heads, hair, face plates, everything is still pretty interchangeable between the two. And I think Pennysbox is pretty good about keeping their skin tones similar throughout their line, though they don't really ever have any tan dolls anymore, which is a shame. They just have, or even the more regular pale skin tone, they just have a lot of the very, very white skin tones, it seems. So that's been a bit disappointing to see, but a lot of their dolls are still, it's very pretty, but I would like to see something that's not incredibly pale in the future. For the two sets of hands she comes with, it seems like she comes with I don't really want to get into changing her hands out, And I want to leave these bagged up for storage for today, but it seems like she's got like a pair that can kind of like, you can shape it to kind of make a heart. And then the other pair is more like little elegant sort of a fist shape. She's got one in the cover of the box, though I don't think they could actually like hold anything. You could kind of maybe wedge something between the thumb and the finger there, but yeah, it's just kind of like a more cute little fist. It'd probably be easier to use for things like getting dressed with this shirt. And then another look at the keychain. It looks like it's sort of like an acrylic keychain where you can, it's clear with the image on the visible through front and back. And like I was saying before, that is kind of a cute thing that you can do something with. You can actually put the keychain on something, where with an ID card, it's just more for display purposes. But I do like the ID cards. So to summarize, I like the Deertaurs. I know she's not from the main line, but overall, I do like them. I was looking more forward to them than how I didn't actually think I enjoyed them as much as when they came out, because I love the cute style of these like smaller dolls, and these have a benefit of being different by being more mature. The bodies and just overall look seems more mature than where these are like cutesy, small, kind of innocent, very adolescent looking, and these ones seem like they are a little bit more like adult styled, or supposed to be looking at dolls, characters. And I do like this limited edition that they came out with. I find it a little frustrating though, having such limited stock of limited editions when they could just, you know, it's already a marked up price. They're making a profit from it. So I find that disappointing. And I'm personally disappointed with my doll for her head being so floppy, the defect in her shirt, Velcro, though that is a pretty minor defect, but I feel like other things, like her shirt just seems too long in comparison to this one. It's more cropped, and I think that changes the overall look of the outfit. Minor detail, but that's something I still notice. Her sleeves seem, it's probably good that they're baggier so you can actually get her hands through them, but the way they're laying just seems weird on her body. Like they should be laying more down here or like more pulled back. The fitting of it just seems wrong somehow. I'm not sure. But yeah, that is just being a little nitpicky, but this head shouldn't be this floppy. She's a brand new out of the box doll, and it's just immediate flop. Pretty bad quality of stringing, in my opinion. And I do like that a lot more of the things are sewn on. I think Pennysbox they haven't always had things so intricate detail like this, with tons of ribbons, tons of little bits here and there. But I do think not everything's always been sewn down. But so it's good to see. It's good to see things like the beads here. These even are sewn down on the veils, so you don't have to worry about them like falling off. I guess more complaints is like her body seems to have like markings and is kind of dirty. And again, with the stringing being like loose, it feels like these legs in the back, they just keep flopping out from under her. Like I try and get her posed and her legs just slowly keep sliding out more and more. And I guess she's just tired. She just needs a nap. But yeah, I do like her. I think she's pretty. I also like having a fancier doll you can buy on your own instead of buying a whole set or having to pay, you know, a markup or something for discovered boxes, or try and coordinate box splits to get a specific character you want. You know what you're getting when you buy the individual characters that they sell like this. So I like that, and I kind of wish they would do that more often, or also to not in such limited numbers. I think the latest limited edition they're doing that's coming out soon. She's not as limited and her numbers are more easily available. Well, anyway, thanks for watching.